So I came upon this article today and I am reminded of this battle that we are in that not many people are taking seriously. And ultimately, Satan and the Antichrist will have control over our financial systems, the mark of the beast, where in Revelation 13, it talks about how he will have control over people and how they buy or sell. And if they don't have the mark of the beast, then they are not able to do this. And this is where it's leading up to. But you have to be aware of the spiritual battle that is going on. And so in this article, it says the U.S. Virgin Islands governor ousts attorney general after she sued J.P. Morgan Chase and accused the bank of covering up Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. And now earlier in the week, basically this person had a lawsuit and without the knowledge of the governor, put it up. And the lawsuit, which was filed on the 27th, alleges JP Morgan, quote, knowingly facilitated, sustained, and concealed the human trafficking network operated by Jeffrey Epstein and financially benefited from those actions. And so they, quote unquote, turned a blind eye to Epstein's crimes for more than 10 years because, quote, of the deals and clients that Epstein brought and promised to bring to the bank. And so they were operating all the way through 2008 and until 2013 when they cut ties. But even through all of his convictions and everything, they still allowed him to operate under his bank accounts. And so I'm not here to argue the details of this, but it raises an interesting point. This person was ousted because, yeah, there was a chain of command and all that. But because they are questioning the establishment, this person quickly is getting shut down and stifled. And so that happened so many times. You have Canada, you have even Trump, Mike Lindell, many people, their bank accounts, their things being closed. And the question you have to ask yourself is, if these guys do not agree with you, your viewpoints, they have the power, the authority to shut you down. And so many patriots, many people in Canada, many other countries, a lot of citizens, a lot of people, they are being censored, they're being shut down. And if you don't agree with them, then this is the punishment you have. And ultimately, you are not able to eat as Revelations 13 prophesies. And so you have to be aware of this financial battle we are living in. We also have the central bank digital currency for which they are going to put a social credit score on you. And you can go research this and their aspirations of this. But basically, if you're not in line, you saw this with China. If you are protesting, if you are questioning the government, they put this label on you for COVID red and all this stuff, and then they shut your bank accounts down and many things. If you're not falling in line, then you're going to get this punishment, some of the worst punishment, because you're not able to use your money. And so what does that mean for us? Not only are we to be aware of this financial battle, to make sure that even in this temporary period, before ultimately the inevitable happens later down the line, we need to have people that in this power struggle, we have the right people in place, we have the right righteous people able to have authority over the regulations, the legal, the trust and safety division, whatever it is within the corporate and the financial realm, that if they have enough power, they can use it for good. And so you see many people, Elon Musk, I would include many other people that are trying to fight against the establishment, this matrix that we are in, that you think that everything's all good and cozy and whatnot, but really the bank accounts, the system, the establishment, these guys are trying to get more and more control over your bank accounts, over how you think, how you act. And you can see that if you are acting out by spreading quote unquote misinformation. And again, who dictates what is and isn't misinformation? Whoever has this power, they can give you the outcome that they want. And so this is why the battle for the finances, this is why the battle in the corporate realm, this is why the battle for leadership and places of influence must have righteous, godly influence. And so these people, I'm not saying they have to be perfect and these model Christians, but these people that are not influenced by the way of the world, the ways of the world, the flow and the ebb and flow of satanic influence. Again, they're not sitting there saying, oh, I'm a Satan worshiper. They're being influenced by the ideology, the matrix that currently exists, and they're just going with the ebbs and flows of what other people are saying, the masses are saying. So that's why they're making these decisions. And so that's why you have to be awake. That's why you have to understand what's going on. And so that these people can step up and counter this without being peer pressured, without having the wrong ideology and thinking that all these Christian and right movements are all so bad, so we're just going to shut them down. We're going to shut down Trump and Lindell and all these other patriots and blah, blah, blah. If you're not awake to really understand who it is that you're fighting for, what you're fighting for, then you're going to go with the ebbs and flow of the world, and especially with the beast from the earth. I guarantee you, the people that are living through Revelation 13, they're not going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, I'm worshiping the Antichrist and I'm worshiping Satan. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. They're literally going to be oblivious to what's going on around them, and they're just going to go with the ways of the world. And so I just want to give you guys this. It's interesting what's coming out, but keep praying for the financial sector and watch your bank accounts. Watch how you are going to be influenced in this time, because if you're not fighting, if you're not carefully stewarding the wealth that's been given to you, then you're going to be on the wrong side, the wrong end of this whole battle. And so that's why you cannot take a back seat, especially if you have the power, the authority to do something about it. So I just want to encourage you guys with this. Be aware, but don't have all your cash sitting in the major banks, guys. Don't have all your wealth in one place thinking that everything's good and dandy. I've talked and given warning about making sure that you are protecting your wealth, whether it's cash or gold or silver, whatever it is on hand, and you can control the actual wealth, or some other means. Make sure that you are, whether it's crypto and things, and you have it as a cold storage, whatever that means for you and how the Lord is leading you to steward your wealth. Make sure you're not caught in a pickle for which the banks can shut you down, and then that's it. You have nothing else that you can do because your money is gone. Just wanted to encourage you guys with this. Love you guys. More things are coming, but be aware of the battle. More exposure is coming, but there's a lot of good guys, but we still have to be fighting and praying. So love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.